Good morning. Today we will talk about why um, network operator, railway network operator should monitor an ERTMS ecosystem. Um, we have to recall the fact that an ERTMS environment is made up by three different technologies. A GSMR, which is essentially uh, an environment made up using building blocks coming from mobile network operator. So essentially, it's something coming from the telecommunications. The ETCS, which is something new, designed to take control of the train, and the interlocking, which is coming alongside the rail track. And this is only when it comes down to monitoring the wayside. On board, there's another small ecosystem where you have the EVC, which is the European Vital Computer, so a computer which is having a chat with its counterpart wayside. Um, the driver information system and DMI, which is essentially are the way the onboard computer, so the electronics, is dealing with the human being, the mobile net terminal, and some other minor subsystems. Now, all these systems have to talk each other in a quite organized way, which is engaging different perspectives. Telecommunications, for instance, as systems which are designed in a input-output model, which means that since every user can go everywhere, there is no predictable combination of events that the network has to cope with. So essentially, a mobile network is acting as an input-output system. I am here, and my signal power is that I move there, and the network will adapt accordingly. Different stories for a signaling system, which is actually kind of a storyboarding. The train starts from a city, is expected to arrive in another city, and whatever happens in the middle is more or less predictable. You know the switches, you know the rail track length, the slope, and so on. So actually, it's kind of a storyboarding, and every event occurring along this story actually it's something foreseen inside the logic of the radio box center. The problem is that these two approaches are completely different, and what you have to do is to bring together these two completely different environments, usually trying to analyze them in a different perspective, but bringing together results, since the two systems have to cooperate with each other and to talk each other. That was the major challenge when we designed our ERTMS monitoring platform, because it was kind of a difficult to adapt to these two different perspectives, two different point of view. Our platform is doing this. It collects data from the wayside, from these three completely different environments. It collects data from onboard systems, and it brings all together. Now, what we're doing is we're bringing all this information together, provide them in a synchronized ways with different layouts, which are helping engineers and managers to understand the behavior of the network. If you ask what are the main problems of front lines and CEOs of railways today, is the fact that they know how many trains are stopping. The problem is, at the moment, there's no way of having a breakdown which is engaging all the subsystems. So you don't know if the problem was coming from the interlocking because a switch was frozen, or because the mobile terminal on board had an issue. That's what we are trying to troubleshoot.